Welcome to my new Let's Play of Mario Party 4. Since I never owned a Nintendo 64 when I was younger, this was actually my very first Mario Party. I remember liking this game a lot, but it's actually not one of the better remembered games. Still, I thought it'd be fun to revisit it and see how it holds up. Pick a card to get this party started. We have a few different modes to choose from, but we'll be starting out with Story Mode. Follow the story in this one-player mode. Welcome to Story Mode. Would you like to hear the rules for the board map? Select a character. Alright, so we have 8 characters to choose from, and usually in most Mario spin-offs, my go-to is Yoshi. Choose level and minigame settings. So we can set the AI difficulty level. Because of how luck-based and unpredictable Mario Party can be, I'm actually going to play on normal difficulty, or easy difficulty. And basically this determines if certain minigames will be taken out of rotation, so we will be playing with all minigames. Are these settings okay? Yoshi, happy birthday! Today we're going to celebrate Yoshi's birthday by throwing a huge party! Everyone here has a present for you, isn't that great? However, those presents don't come so easily. First, you'll have to play the boards we made. If you win the board, then that character will give you a present. And that's how it works. Which party would you like to play? We have 5 boards to choose from, arranged by difficulty. So, typically the starting boards are Shy Guys and Toads, with the other 3 being a little bit more challenging. So, we are starting out with Toad's Midway Madness. Yay, let's party! Welcome to Toad's Midway Madness. I'm Toad and I'll be your guide. I love amusement parks, so I designed my board to look just like one. Please enjoy the fun rides and leave your worries behind. Now, let's decide the order of play. Great, the order is set. Luigi is first. Yoshi is second. DK is third. Mario is fourth. To help you along the way, I will give you each 10 coins. Everybody do your best. Hey, let me show you the first star of the game. The star is right here. Get here with 20 coins and it's yours. Alright, so we're kicking off our first round in Mario Party 4. Toad's Midway Madness and most boards in this game have unique gimmicks that set each other apart. The gimmick of this board involves the teacups. So basically, when a player steps on the teacups, you'll be taken along a path, and then it'll switch to a different direction. So Luigi went left, we're going up, which means it'll switch back to left. That question mark space is known as a happening space, and will actually reset the path. This little spinner determines that we'll be launched to another player's space. I would like to land on Luigi's space. That is not Luigi's space, we're going back to start, but that's okay. Alright, so we made no progress that turn. That's kind of standard. This is why I decided to play on the easier difficulty, to reduce the amount of potential problems we have in this playthrough. Alright, DK is landing on the first happening space of the game, setting the path back that way, meaning we're probably going to have to do another loop, because yeah, Mario is setting it that way also, so yeah, we're gonna be here for a while. That's kind of why I'm not the biggest fan of this board, even though this is the recommended first board, actually. We're kicking off with a 1v3 minigame. Our first minigame is Hide and Go Boom. On this screen, you can press Z to enter a practice mode. You can also toggle rules and controls for each team, if applicable, using the R button. In general, I'm actually not going to go through these screens very extensively because I think it'll be a little bit easier if I try to explain them myself, and I've also played these games so many times that I kind of remember the controls pretty well. Alright, so we have to press B, A, X, or Y to pick a cannon. Then DK has to actually guess which cannon everyone is in. He has 3 guesses. If everyone hides in the same cannon, that really sucks. That does happen though. Good start for DK, not for me, but luckily I was the only one in that cannon, so we're still in this game. If, say, Mario and Luigi are both in B and DK picks B, it's all over. So let's hope they split up. Yep, so we still have a chance. I have no clue where Mario is. It could be Y or X. It's all a matter of luck at this point. But yeah, the worst is when everyone picks the same cannon and the game ends, like, immediately. That's the worst outcome. Alright, so as the winners, we all get 10 coins. I don't really like where we're at the moment. Like, I don't mind not necessarily being in prime position to get the star. What I don't really like is literally being the only one stranded on the other part of the area. We're still stuck at the start, pretty much. If we could have warped to Luigi's space, that would have helped a lot, but sadly we're just kind of going to have to go through this loop a couple more times. We got a mini mushroom. That'll let us shrink to access alternate pathways, but we'll cut our dice roll from a maximum of 10 all the way to 5. The Mega Mushrooms increase. The Mega Mushrooms give you 2 dice blocks and make you giant, but will cause you to skip certain events on the board. We'll probably see that very shortly, because basically everyone has a Mega Mushroom at this point. There's going to be some carnage on the next turn if I had to make a guess. Mario's going for a Warp Pipe instead of a Mega Mushroom. I wonder if... characters have preferred items, like in Mario Party 2. I know that's the case in that game, but I'm not sure about this one. Another 1v3. Alright, next up is goal. We are the goalie, and the others are going to try to score some goals. One v3 minigames in this entire series tend to be kind of unbalanced towards one side or the other. I feel like this minigame is one rare exception that just kind of sucks for everybody. It just feels like every side doesn't have the best time in this one. The goalie, you can press A and a direction to dive. The players have to charge up with A and then aim with the control stick. You can actually overshoot and hit the top of the net frame. Establishing a bit of a coin lead, which I like to see. So, if Luigi hadn't used the Super Mega Mushroom, which actually gives him 3 dice blocks instead of 2 like a standard Mega Mushroom, he could have ridden this roller coaster. Toad would ask him to ride the roller coaster. You can actually tilt on the coaster to collect coins along the way. Well, this is awkward because this is not only going to send him past the star, because he also can't talk to Toad in Mega form. This also will mess up everyone else because now the teacups are pointing right. So since he didn't have enough coins, that's actually not a terrible strategic move. I'm not sure if the AI meant to do it as strategically as that, but still an interesting play nonetheless. We are making great strides across this board, which I'm honestly used to. Part of the reason why I went with easy AI is because my luck in Mario Party games is usually pretty abysmal. Do not be surprised if I end up rolling a lot of 1s in this playthrough. I feel like if I played against, say, normal level AI, I'd actually be kind of crushed just because they make a lot more movement across the board when I'm still stuck at the start. If Mario would accidentally swap places with me, I would really appreciate it, but of course my luck isn't that great. Because then I would at least be out of this loop, which would have been really nice. The green bob-omb space would be interesting, but we are not seeing it yet. I think Mario is getting a different type of green space though, a happening space, which activates a specific event on the board. In this case, a roller coaster that will push the character to one side of the map or the other. Hey, a free-for-all. And we're starting out our free-for-all minigames with Mario Speedwagons, which isn't exactly one of my favorites. We'll have to see how this goes. This minigame uses the very dated concept of manual transmission, which isn't really a thing from what I recall compared to when it was when this game came out. Alright, so we managed to win that and got a new record, which is cool. That one's very finicky. If you like hold R too much before the start, you basically will like kill your engine, you will go nowhere. So yeah, it takes a little bit of finesse. There is a practice mode, thankfully. This is definitely a minigame I've had to practice quite a bit. That reminds me, I was talking like, manual transmission really isn't a thing anymore. It still is a thing. It's just a lot rarer. At this point, this was 2002. I almost feel like more cars comparatively used manual transmission. I remember like that was the problem I had with Gran Turismo 2 on PS1, was like the manual transmission mode, and I did not understand how that worked at all because I was really young when I had a PS1. Now I feel like I'd understand the concept of it a little bit better, even though I feel like I would still struggle with that game because those games are actually pretty difficult. Alright, Mario's over here because of the roller coaster. Interesting to see how this plays out. Another free-for-all. Alright, this one is interesting. Mr. Blizzard's Brigade. We have to basically dodge, and that's all we can do. It's kind of interesting to think about how each Mario Party is a bit of a time capsule of sorts. Like we have Mr. Blizzard's throwing snowballs at us to try to freeze us, we have to be the last one standing. But like Mr. Blizzard was from Mario 64, and I feel like hasn't really appeared in the franchise since. And yeah, you end up having characters that just don't really come back very much, that are kind of like still in the Mario Party of the respective era. I like that minigame, but I feel like I lose track of where all the snowballs are flying, especially as it gets towards the end, as the intensity ramps up.